The puppets themselves are actually very, very stiff, and the process of actually animating them works a little bit like this. You have to move the puppet just a little bit and then take a frame of video. Then you move them again, and you take another frame. Then you move them again, and then you take another frame, and so forth and so forth and so forth, until what you get are a series of what appears to be actual movements. In video, that's 30 frames or 30 separate movements per second. So when you move, you have to make the adjustments very, very minute. But the puppet is very, very stiff and can hold any pose that you give it. On the underside of the each puppet has to be actually nailed down. This puppet is actually rigidly put into the tabletop that I work on. And then there's a bunch of little holes in the tabletop. And the holes actually function as walking places. This is where the puppets kind of walk along on the table. The green screen in the back is matted out. It is replaced by a real background. And the actual bottoms of the feet have little screw holes that the actual screw goes into. And then that is placed on the tabletop and is actually screwed into place. So what you get over time, and I mean a lot of time and a lot of hard work, is a complicated sequence of movements that you can put your puppet through, and to give kind of lifelike results. Here is a model chair. This was used in a very brief scene where the Phorahocus, the terror bird, actually rips it apart. This is a little model chair that I got at a model shop. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the Brontosaur, which actually still has the feather. The Brontosaur model is actually the least sophisticated out of all of them. They all have ball-jointed joints. But this one is a little bit different in that the neck and the tail actually are made of wire. So the wire, unfortunately, gives for much, much less smooth movements of the actual model. So you have to be animating this guy is much more difficult. So I tried to very much limit his usage throughout the entire thing. His armature happens to be, the Phorahocus armature happens to be in the best of shape, so I really wanted to utilize this particular character. This guy actually is in fantastic shape as well, the Hadrosaur, but his usage was relatively limited because I couldn't really get him to walk very well on the table. Walking proved to be very difficult, but a very neat model. And so that's pretty much how Dino Dreams was created, using small models and a background, and then in the computer you remove the green background and you put whatever you want there. Now that's a whole different set of animation actually that is required, but it does give some really neat results.
Yeah, I gotta get my expression right. There. Okay, it's now recording. That was good. Alright, now get the thing out of the way. Alright, ready?
Start by moving this. Okay. And then you gotta lift the foot off of it. But give me a minute here to struggle. Okay, you ready to lift it off?
Yeah.
Do you know how you're gonna lift it off?
Yep.
Oh, you're in frame.
Oh.
Can you move? Yeah, like that. There you go.